Hi guys. Maybe a week and a bit ago, Cora posted a picture asking you guys to post your questions below about Facebook parties, and I would come on and try my best to answer them. So that's what we're doing today. So I've got the picture here, and I just want to go through a few of the questions, most of the questions, and answer some of them. So if you guys have questions while I'm doing this, just comment below and I will answer them at the end. So I'm just going to pull them up here real quick. Sorry, it just ended here. Hello everyone. Yay, Shannon, you made it. Okay, here we go. Okay, first question on here was, how do you prepare your host? So I've been sending messages to my host before the party. So I guess first of all, I start the party, I set up the group not too far in advance, like the day before. I don't like to do it too far in advance because then it's a lot of, the people are waiting, the guests are in there, and there's nothing going on. So I'd rather set it up just the day before, and that seemed to work well for me. But I've sent messages to my host that look kind of like this. I'll just read you exactly what I send. So I'll send them the picture of the host rewards. Oops. Just like that. And then I'll just say, hey, Desiree, here are the host rewards right now. And then I'll say, the more activity in your group, generally the better the sales are. When you have time, comment and like a few posts here and there. You can also participate in the games. I won't choose you as a winner, but your friends are more likely to play when you play. So that's been really helping me. I haven't always done that, but since I have been, my parties have had a lot of activity, which really helps the sales. So that's been really working. So just a very simple message. You don't have to send a ton. Just simple. Next question. How do you get people to participate once it is up and going? I do a lot of games. Not a lot of games, but I do. So the first day I'll do the roll call and one other game. And then the second day I'll do a game, and the third day I'll do a game. So I should mention that I run my parties normally Saturday to Wednesday, and or Sunday to Thursday. So they're 5 days, posting over 3 days. So games will totally help get you some participation, especially if your hosts are participating. You want your hosts to participate and tag their friends, and that will help more people to see the game and see the posts, and therefore be more likely to participate as well. So games will really help you. There are all sorts of games in the Facebook Party album. Also, if you have Pinterest or you look on Pinterest, you can search Facebook Party games and you'll find some on there. Google image search is great for games. So a lot of different options. I like the fun ones, like guessing games are always good. I always have a lot of activity with guessing games. Funny, like silly little games. The potluck game has been awesome for me, where people post from A to Z, like different foods that start with a letter, and then you do a draw for all of those people. So those are good ones to use. Next question. How long do you keep your party open? Yeah, I do 5 days. I've never had any success with a 1-day party or a 2-day party, so I've always just stuck to 5 days. It's just what works for me. I know some girls who really do well with the 1-day party, so if that works for you, that's awesome. But if something's not working for you, If you're doing the 1-day party or a 2-day party and it's not working, give the 5-day party a try. It's been working well for a lot of us. How do you get people's attention? So yeah, that goes to host coaching as well, and just sending that little blurb out to your hosts about participation and getting people involved, and the games as well. What games do you play? Went through that. Do you do live demos? I don't. If I do, so if I post a video, it is generally pre-recorded just so that I can use it in the future for other parties. I am strictly a Facebook partier, so if I can do the video once and post it for, 100 parties over 6 months or whatever, that's works better for me. Hi, Janelle. Let's see, what are your favorite recipes or products to demo? So always the Power Chef. I think that's a really strong one to show off in a video. The Great Master is another one that would be good. A lot of people don't fully understand the Great Master just looking at it and how it works. So if you have one, you can show a really quick video, like seriously quick, like 2 minutes of you grating cheese or a cucumber or anything like that, or slicing. It's got the slicing. If you have the slicing cone, that's super awesome too. So yeah, that's a simple one. And if you're not into doing a live video, or you don't like doing videos in general, you can just simply show the product over a few minutes or a minute, and I think that can be really powerful. So recipes, I've never done a recipe, like a full, actually I have. I've done one recipe where I did a recorded video, and that went over fairly well. So I don't do a lot of live videos, just pre-recorded for me, but live videos and videos in general are very powerful and can be very helpful for your parties. What wording do you use to get a new recruit? So depending on what the Say Yes offer is at the time, I will post about that product. So right now we've got the stack cooker, so I'll post some information on it, mainly just me using it. So if I've cooked bacon, I have a picture of like a before and after, and then all of the fat and nastiness in the bottom, so I'll post that, and then that gets people thinking. Another one, stack cooker cake, you can post pictures of that. If you don't have a stack cooker, there are a ton of pictures in the albums that you can take from and use those. So if you're just posting stuff like that, I think that is helpful for people to see what you can really create with the stack cooker, because looking at it, it can be intimidating and confusing. I know mine sat in a box for a very long time because I was intimidated by it. So showing off what it can do and how easy it is can be really rewarding for your parties. And what else? So I'll post something like that. So say I post the bacon, and I'll put at the bottom, like, this is the only way we cook bacon in our house. It's so easy. You all of the fat is drained to the bottom, and it makes it super crunchy. There's no mess, whatever you want to say. And then at the bottom, underneath that, I'll put, and it's over 75% off right now, or whatever it is, or who would like one of these in their kitchen. And it just helps people, gives them an opportunity to say, oh wow, that would really help me, or wow, it's 75% off, like, can you tell me more, or whatever. And then if people like or comment on that post, then that gives you an opportunity to send them a message without just randomly reaching out to them. I do post the Say Yes in the end of my party, closer to the end. The third day, I'll post the Say Yes offer, the information and all of that, but mostly first I'll post about the product, and then at the end I'll post the Say Yes. Marilyn, how do you even get started? I need step-by-step instructions. I have from a while ago, I believe it was June or July, mock party that I did. Are you in that one, Marilyn? If you're not, I would find that one. I can help you if you, actually I'll post the link in the comments at the end of this. I'll post the link and you can join that, and that's got a lot of information and kind of step by step and what I do and all of that you can take from there. How do I get people more actively involved in the party? So same thing with the games, letting your host know that participation can drive the sales. I think that will really help. Yeah, games for sure. Don't overwhelm people with games. I don't think you need to do a ton of games, but like a game a day or 2 games maybe. I think that is good enough. How do you get people to say yes? So same thing as before, posting the stack cooker or whatever the current say yes is and information on that, and how I use it and how easy it is and blah blah blah. And then if you have interest, then reach out and message them and ask them if they have any questions and just go from there. How to convince your host that it is not beneficial to invite 300 people to her party. This is a hard one for me because I have had a few parties with 400 and 500 people, and those have been amazing. So I don't know what to say with that one. On the other hand, I've had parties with like 12 people that have also been good, and parties with 150 people that have been complete fails. So I don't know what to say there. I'm sorry, Colleen. I think that one would have to do with coaching your host as well. But if you have 500 people or 300 people, you probably will have more participation. At least I have in the past. So I don't know. How do you motivate people to join the party and be actively involved? My attendance is very low. So you could have your host tag her friends in like if you're doing games and you're not getting any participation, maybe have your host tag some of her friends in the game and get them playing that way. How do you get your party guests to make purchases? So I like to do I'm very no pressure. I don't want to pressure anyone to find something that they don't need or can't afford. But I like to put things out there and explain why it would make it easier for them, easier for their life, or speed up their time in the kitchen, or maybe they're going to save money. You want to explain why that product is going to help them rather than just throwing out an ad. So you don't just want to, at least for me, if this works for you, that's great. But for me, I don't just like to put up the Fridge Smart ad or the Stack Cooker ad and expect people to buy it. Some will, of course, but I like to explain why it's a good product or why it's going to help them. And I think once you do that and people see how it's going to help them or how it's going to make their life easier or whatever it is, then they may purchase it rather than just throwing ads out there. What was the other part of the question? Yeah, so you can't really, you can't expect people to make a purchase, but if you have a fun party and people are participating and you have good little blurbs that you're using to go with the ads, then I think that will help you for sure. I had something else to say about that one, but I forget. How do you get people to interact? So on the very first game or draw that I do is the roll call. So I'll post a roll call and it will just ask people, how do you know your host and what's your favorite Tupperware product? So that gives you an opportunity. I always comment back to these people, say Sarah said, oh, I know Brooke from my kids' swimming lessons and I love the Power Chef. So you can comment back, Oh, hey Brooke, thank you so much for joining us, or welcome to the party. We also love the Power Chef in our house. We use it almost daily. Um, it just makes life so much easier. Cutting onions is, you don't cry anymore, whatever. Say something like that, and it gives, yeah, you can just comment back really quick, really short little blurb, and then you're connecting with that person. So do that for all of them. The other nice thing about the roll call, if you're not doing it yet, I would highly recommend it, because especially the one where they're talking about their favorite product, because the host guests are basically selling the product that they think is their favorite or that they love to other people who are reading that. If Sarah says she likes the Power Chef, the next person in line has probably read that, and maybe they don't know the Power Chef. Then they've seen that, and they're wondering about it, and they want to know what it is. Maybe they search it after, or, maybe it piques their interest. So I love the roll call. How do you get people, interact? What do you do to try and get people into the party if no one but the host is really active? I always feel bad for the host. So you can try getting the host to take her friends, and to get the host to take her friends and start with the games. I think that's an easy place to start, because who wouldn't want to win something, right? Who wouldn't want to win a piece of Tupperware as a prize? So I don't think there's any harm in a host tagging someone in a game. Or if you can reach out to your host and say, if you know someone has been looking for a particular product, or maybe you have a friend who's looking for a water bottle, maybe tag her in the water bottle post or something like that, to generate some activity. Few of the same question. This is a good one. Tips for getting guests to book. I can't seem to get 2 bookings from current parties. I have success using the book a party, pick whatever. There are tons of these on Google. If you search book a party, pick, and then just leave it blank, you'll come up with a lot. There's like pick a cupcake, balloon, pumpkin right now. Lots of different options. So I always post that in the 3rd day, at the end of the 3rd day, and I have a little blurb that I use that I will post. I'll actually post a few blurbs that I use that maybe will help you guys in a post in Top of the Line tonight. But sometimes I do not have anyone book from there. Like, maybe one person will book, or sometimes there's one person, sometimes there's none. And if I need some bookings, you can reach out to people who have created an order, who have placed an order in that party first, and send them a little blurb, and I'll post my blurb for that as well. But it can be something very simple, like, hey Jane, thank you so much for your order. Everything will arrive in about 9 business days. Just wondering if you'd be interested in booking a really quick and easy Facebook party. Your host, you could say the name, Brooke, earned $90 in free Tupperware and 2 half-price products just for hosting a party. Is this something that you would be interested in, or something like that? I have a blurb for it, so I will post it for you guys so that you can use it. Yeah, so I would start there. If you're not doing already, do the book a party, pick whatever it is for a prize, and generally I will offer whatever the dating gift is for the prize, and that's always a good one. And then you can message people who've created an order. Another one you can message are people who have participated in the games. Hi, Telly. If they participated in the games, that tells me that they are interested in Tupperware. They want to get something. They want to win something. So what better opportunity than to host a party and get Tupperware for free and half price. So people, yeah, again, people who have placed an order and people who have participated in any of the games. Allison said, I would love to hear your tips for getting people to attend the party once they have pressed going. So I don't set up my parties as an event. I do a group. I have just had better success with that. I did one as an event, and I think 3 people chose going, so I just don't set it up that way anymore. So if you haven't done a group, I would recommend giving it a try versus an event. But as for people who have pressed going and they aren't participating, or you don't think they're seeing the posts, just make sure that you're, again, the games, make sure your host is tagging and playing and participating and liking, and that will help them to see the post as well. Basically, Facebook algorithms are a little funny. You're gonna see more of what you like and what you comment on. So you've probably noticed that you see a lot of the same friends' posts in your Facebook feed, and that's the same thing with the groups. So if you're not liking or commenting, Facebook isn't going to show you a whole lot of those. You'll get the notification, but they won't pop up as often in your feed. So you want to get people to like and to comment so that they can see them more often, and then you'll have better participation, better sales. Curious how you get people to order the day of the party so you're not feeling like you're chasing people afterwards. I very rarely have people order the first day. A lot of people order second, third, fourth, even fifth day. Like, there are a lot of people who order last minute, and I get it. So I don't think you can really expect people to order first day. You have to give them some time, you know, to process and to look at all the products and think about what they need, or maybe figure out their budget or whatever it is. So is there a way to send a single private message to everyone in the party that everyone doesn't see? No, not that I know of. I've searched this. It would be nice, but I haven't found a way. No, you can just send individual messages, which can be tough, because if someone is not friends with you, then they're not seeing that message. It goes to their message request, and then maybe they see it 2 months down the road when it's too late. So that's a tough one. Yeah, that's all for that. So I'll just kind of scan through here. If you guys have questions right now about Facebook parties, you can go ahead and ask them. I don't think we have any. Oh, here we go. What do you do when people are active in the games but are only in it for the free items, and after they've won they are far away and you have to ship their stuff out, but you made no money off the party? So an option for this, and what I've started doing, this came from Chantel Scott. When someone wins one of the games, you can give them options. So the first option would be you can take a prize. Your prize would be a surprise piece of Tupperware that will be delivered to the host with the party. So if they're living far away, they're not going to choose that option, because unless they're going to see their friend or whatever it is, but they're not going to be able to get that surprise gift. So they may have to choose another option. Option 2 would be offering a 10% discount in the party. Option 3 would be offering a $100 credit to do a Facebook party, and that would come from your party pool. And then option 4, which a lot of us have had some wonderful success with, is offering the first payment, the $39, in for the Tupperware sign up, the kit, and that gives you a recruit. And the only thing I would caution with that is I would have them choose a launch party date, because you don't just want to at least for me, I believe you want them to do a launch party. You want them to do something. If you're investing $39, you want them to try a little bit. And even if they're not into selling, they'll just do one party, get the host rewards, and then maybe just use the personal discount after. So that's an option for you to avoid having to ship prizes to people and then they never make an order or whatever. So a few options there. I will post that as well with the other blurbs, so you can use that if you like. Yeah. Any other questions? I'll just hang out for a little bit. So I'll post that tonight. I'll post the prize options that a lot of us are using right now in our team. I'll post some dating little blurbs, say yes blurb. Anything else? I think that was all the questions on, yeah, that was all the questions on there, so. Awesome. Okay, well, yeah, I hope you took something from this. If you have any questions for me or are wondering about something I said didn't make sense, you can just shoot me a message. I'm here. Okay, wow. I guess I will take off, but have a happy Monday, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.